Well, hello, everybody. I hope you all are doing great today. Happy Tuesday to everyone. My phone needs to be plugged in. Anyway. Hi, my name is Sophie. If you are new here, welcome, and thank you for being here. Thank you for your subscription. I am your friendly tarot reader. I am your friendly tarot reader for today. I can answer any question that you may have, with the exception of medical or legal questions. The deck that I am using today is one of my oldest decks that I own. Everybody, I think, is familiar with the Modern Witch Tarot deck. I love all my decks. And I love this deck very much. All of my donation information can be found at the top of the chat. I accept PayPal, Venmo. I do accept Cashapp. I prefer not to. It is my least favorite, but if it is all that you can use, then that is fine. I do accept it. I also accept SuperChat as well. I'm going to summon my dutiful AI moderator. Christy, hey, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for your donation earlier. I will be doing your reading when I'm done with the live stream. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Of course, Christy. So those are all of my Super Chat donation informations. And if you do not want to use Super Chat, it is cheaper. The donation amounts are lower for PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. As I mentioned, I can answer any question that you may have, with the exception of medical or legal. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. Thanks. And it's super hot here. I'm glad it's raining tomorrow, though. It'll be cooler. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. How hot is it where you're at, girl? It's moderate. It's pretty warm. I know I'm wearing a jacket, but I was just about to take it off, actually. It's actually quite warm for where I'm at today. It's really cold where I live. It's 70. I want to say it's 75, which is pretty warm for here. My uncle and cousin came to visit, so my weekend was fun. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. You guys celebrated Father's Day. Yeah, I had a twofer weekend. It was my mom's birthday on Saturday, and then obviously it was Father's Day on Sunday. So yeah, I had a nice weekend up at my folks' house. I'm glad you had a nice weekend. It's like 82. I don't have air, so it's super hot in here. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. Do you have a fan or anything? And it's humid too, where you're at. It's a different kind of heat, for sure. Yeah, it was really nice. It was fun. Got to see my mommy's little kitty. She's as cute as can be. Yeah, fan, but it's blowing hot air. Why is it blowing hot air? That shouldn't be happening. It should be circulating. It should be cold, but what kind of fan is it? I used to have a really good fan. It was super loud, but damn, was that thing effective. Is that thing effective? Yes, it was. It's an isolating fan. Oh, okay. Yeah, this one, I think, I don't know what an isolating fan is, actually. But I actually use hand fans, like, a lot. Thorpe with my fan. I've got a lot of those. I use those a lot when I'm traveling, because it just doesn't get hot enough for those here. Hi, Phyllis. How are you? It's been near the 90s all week in North Carolina. Oh, geez, Louise. Yeah, it's getting up there. I like it. I love summertime. I love summertime. I love the heat. Um, it's way warmer where my parents live. They live about an hour away, and it looks like a vacuum cleaner. Oh, is it like one of those Dyson things? The best fans, I think, are those old school ones that just like, the ones that you can like talk into and it makes your voice sound like a robot. I think those are really effective. I normally don't need to use them though because it does not get that warm. It was really warm at my parents' house. It was like in the 90s, I want to say, or at least the late 80s, I want to say. I like heat outside. Yeah, no one likes it inside. That's not pleasant at all. Well, you should go outside then. Go to the park or something. Got into the wild. Yeah, what I love especially about the summertime is the long days. As a night owl, that is definitely appreciated in my world. Um, I'm sure it'll still be light by the time I'm done live streaming. I like that. I do. It's a fan that has a carry handle and the park closed, but I'm going to the beach this weekend though. Oh, nice. Nice, Chrissy. Very nice. The beach is the place to go. Wow. I guess the sun just came out or something, but like the lighting really changed. The card cam here. By the way, y'all should go check me out if you're interested on Mystic Sense. I give readings on there. Sorry, I'm really ADD right now. Oh yeah, that was it. I also offer past life regression readings. It's about to start planning my birthday. It's in 5 weeks. Oh yeah, your birthday is coming up. It is. But you haven't started planning anything yet? Well, 5 weeks is a decent amount of time, but I mean, you know how, yeah, things, it's always good to get things planned. I'm sure you'll have a lovely birthday, no doubt. I also offer soulmate readings. I mean, I really answer all questions, but a lot of them are of a predominantly either a romantic or spiritual or financial nature, career nature. Not yet. I'm probably going to spend it alone. I need a vacation. Yeah. Where are you thinking about going, Christy? And speaking of romance readings, Miami. Oh, nice, Christy. Nice. I've actually never been to Miami. I've been to Florida, but I've never been to Miami. That's the only place in Florida that I actually want to go to. That sounds like hella fun, girl. Right on. And we just received a donation. Thank you so much for your donation. I don't know who you are. So please give me your username so I can start the list here. Yes, go to Miami to party, girl, for sure. That's what's up. Hi, the Heart Sense. Thank you so much for your donation, my friend. Are you new to the channel? And thank you so much, Phyllis. Thank you, Phyllis, for your donation, love. You have. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did not remember your username, but welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. So you would like an in-depth reading. We can absolutely do that. So just one question. Yes, a general love reading would be wonderful. You got it. You got it. And what is your sign? And your name is, do you mind if I use your first name, or would you prefer that I use your first initial? I find that using one's actual name usually results in I don't want to say more accuracy, but more clarity. I'm single, not dating anyone. I'm a Capricorn sun and rising. Wow, okay, all right. And how should I refer to you as? Lynn. Okay, all right, Lynn. Let's get into this. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn? Love. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Lynn in love? Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, Three of Wands reversed, King of Swords reversed, the Star reversed, Three of Swords reversed, Ten of Cups, Judgment, the Sun, the Magician reversed, Page of Pentacles, Six of Swords reversed, Justice, Two of Wands reversed, and Five of Swords reversed. Okay, so Miss Lynn, you are single right now and you are not currently dating anyone. Okay. All right. Well, I see some really good stuff here, Lynn. I don't know what you're looking for in terms of love, but whatever your idea of ultimate happiness is, ultimate contentment, your idea of what your happily ever after would look like is absolutely on the horizon, 100%. I don't know how long it's been that since you've been single. I don't know how long it's been since your last relationship, I should say. But I'm going to just start here with this Knight of Pentacles, Three of Swords reverse, and Page of Pentacles. It's been a long time. Okay. Yeah, it feels like it's been a long road. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it was a particularly tumultuous ending. I would say you'd love to get married and have children. That's fantastic. That's great news. I love to hear that. We're going to get to that in a moment. I can't speak for the relationship, your ex or the relationship itself. But I feel like there was something about its ending that, well, all endings of relationships are painful and disappointing. Well, yeah, even if you're the one who initiates the ending, it's still difficult. It's the end of a connection. And you are healed. I often don't get to tell people that. I often do not get to tell people that they are, yes, I've dealt with difficult men. Yeah, yeah. And I feel like the last one was particularly difficult, and you've worked really hard on furtively moving on with this Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. You're a Capricorn, you're a worker. You knew and you know that healing doesn't happen overnight. Yeah, it takes time, but also takes some work as well. And you also did not allow that experience nor the other experiences you've had, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I get the sense that you have not allowed the negative experiences you've had with men in the past, difficult men in the past, to sully your hope for a better man out there for you. You're very rational in that sense. And I really like that. I really like that energy. And that's really what I tell everyone to harness if you're looking for love. And, you know, because I hear so many times, especially women and some guys, but I hear a lot of women say, you know, every guy has been a jerk to me and they're always going to be jerks to me. And that's just how it's going to be. And it's like, whoa, like I mean, I've been there. So I understand how easy it is to slip into that mindset of like all men are assholes or whatever. Or all men treat me like garbage. But that's a self-fulfilling prophecy when you start saying things like, when people start saying things like that, and that's just not where you're at, and that's just such a blessing. It's really a blessing, and that's part of another aspect as to why you're so ready and primed for love. You are fully seated in your divine feminine energies with this Empress card right here. I love this. You have fully moved on from any crappy experiences, any and all crappy romantic experiences in the past. I do struggle with fear of the unknown, though. It comes and goes, but I try to focus on the positive. Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm right there with you, love. I totally understand that. Like, we still, you know, I like to call myself an optimistic realist, or a realistic optimist. It can be dangerous to harbor and fear is different than harboring like resentments or anything like that. But the fear of the unknown is completely valid. I mean, I don't even, you know, the bravest people I know in the world have a fear of the unknown, have a fear of change. But as the great Alan Watts said, during one of his lectures I was listening to a few years ago, rest in peace, what did he say? Have you ever noticed how similar the feelings are of anxiety and fear, the physical feelings, how similar those feelings are to excitement? Our heart rate goes up. We might sweat a little bit. We get those like that pit in our stomach, but like it sounds really weird, but if you think about it, the physical reactions to both fear and excitement are very, very similar. So that's kind of what he was trying to say, what Alan Watts was trying to say was basically like trick your mind. I do, yes, I agree with the realistic optimist standpoint. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And kind of harnessing those fears if you can, and turning them into excitement. Like, yeah, it is the unknown, but it's going to be great. We're hope if there's such a good chance that it's going to be great. Yeah, it might not be, keeping the realistic aspect of life in hand. But anticipating things, anticipating the best. People who I know who have that mindset, it really shows in their lives. The law of attraction is very real. And when I asked you earlier what your idea of ultimate contentment and happiness was, I asked you because of this Ten of Cups card. Like what specifically are you looking for in love? And you said you wanted marriage and children. Well, look at this, girl. Look at this. Well, this is a very inclusive deck. So it's two women, but the traditional artwork is a man and a woman, two children. I think there's some, I know that's the Ten of Pentacles, but it's the happy family, ultimate contentment and happiness. It's marriage. It's a marriage card. It's a family, not just a marriage card. It's a marriage and family card. It's absolutely, absolutely coming towards you, love. And I'm not going to ask you how old you are, but I feel like this is going to happen. I feel like you're going to meet this fella within the next year. Speaking of time, oh wow, right as I have, you're 43, okay. Right as I have my fingers on this Three of Wands reverse card, I'm talking about time. Three of Wands reversed is all about patience. Having patience. Knowing that you can't force love. We can't force romantic connections into our lives, but there is a certain amount that we can do to get things going. Like, I don't know if you are involved in any like communities or like clubs or do volunteer work or like socializing outside of the workplace. I'll say it, the dating apps. I don't know if you go on dating apps or anything like that, but I mean, that's something that you can do to jumpstart this process if you haven't started putting yourself out there already. I know your Prince Charming is out there for you, but it's going to be difficult. I tried, but I decided not to anymore. Okay. Yeah, I'm there with you. I've gone back and forth with the dating app thing. I'll go off of them for a while and then I'll try them again. And I've had success and I've definitely had not successes for sure. I've seen success with dating apps. I've also seen complete and utter failures with dating apps. Same goes, so if that's not for you, that's fine, but you do have to put yourself out there, and I'll get to that in a moment. I'll get to that right now. You're not shining your light. Spirit is saying that you've so much beauty, so much to shine, so much to show to the world. Let the world know, hey, I'm Lynn, I'm gorgeous, I'm single, and I'm emotionally available, and I've got a cup of love, and I'm looking for my boo who I know is out there. Spirit is saying that you're not doing that. So if dating apps are not your thing, I totally get it. But you've got to do something else. Either get involved in something like a club or a community of people who have the same interests as you. I don't know if you go to church or a synagogue or a mosque, if you're religious at all. But I guess those are kind of good places to find romantic partners sometimes as well, depending on what programs they have. Um, but you do got to put yourself out there, love, because if you're a Capricorn, you're not religious. Okay. So, well, just, you hear what I'm saying, though. Just finding some interest of yours and finding a group of people that, or even not even a group of people necessarily, but like a place, even maybe like a community center or something like that, but putting yourself out there. He's not going to be able to find you if you're not putting yourself out there. No, he's not going to be able to see you and see your light, and he's out there. And yeah, I don't mean to sound like I'm harping on you, but it's just what I'm seeing here. Spirit really knows how much you want this 10 of Cups, and how it's so possible for you. It's so out there for you. It is, yeah, so wildly available for you. And they want to see you happy. They want to see you. I mean, I'm not saying you're not happy, but they want to see you happy with that person. And they're saying, yeah, you're not shining your light, and you're not using all of your tools. You're not using your sword, your wand, your cup, and your pentacles, sorry, to illuminate yourself, really. And it's doing you a disservice. It's selling yourself short. Unintentional. I'm sure it's not intentionally at all. I totally understand. I'm not a super duper social person myself, but I do, want a connection with someone special. And I get this message a lot, actually, when I ask a similar question in readings. Yeah, they're saying that you'll end up feeling defeated if you don't put yourself out there. Do you have Aquarius? Do you have some Aquarius in your chart? Because we have both the King of Swords and the Star right next to each other here, both Aquarius cards. Yeah, this King of Swords reversed. Actually, I want to go back to this. Three of Wands reversed, Judgment, and Justice. Yeah, patience is good. Patience is key, but there are things that you can do to expedite this. Your Venus is in Aquarius. So is mine. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm an Aquarius Sun, Gemini Moon, Libra Rising. My Venus is in Aquarius. So we're very interesting when it comes to romance, at least from what I've read. I don't know about you, but I've been told by a lot of people, like, not a lot of people, but when I'm dating someone, I've been told by a few people that I've dated, like, quite a few actually. They've all told me that I seemed really intimidating and really aloof when they first met me. And I hate that. Hi, Veronica. Hi, dear. I will say yes. You can send on Cash App if you have PayPal or Venmo. I would really appreciate that. But you can, if Cash App is all that you can use, that's totally fine too, hun. And let me quickly. Sorry, one sec, Lynn. I'm so sorry. Let me quickly give you the Cash App that I am using right now. That is my link. Thank you so much, Veronica. Okay. I almost called you Veronique. That's my boss's name. Okay. So, Miss Lynn, we have this Judgment card right here in the center. The next relationship that you're going to be in is going to be the one. It's going to be long term. It's going to be very serious. You can send PayPal. I would love that. Thank you so much, Veronica. It's going to be very serious. It's going to be very long lasting. That's not to say though that the first person that you go on a date with is going to be the one, because that's often not the case. I'm not saying that you're going to have to go on tons and tons of dates until you meet the one, but when we're thinking about marriage, which you are, you want to spend the rest of your life with that person. So you really want to have options, you really want to, it's like finding a job. It's like finding anything in this world, you want to make sure you have options. Just get to know people, get to know guys at first. Don't see dates as like wasting of time or anything like that. If it didn't click immediately. I'm sure you've heard this before, or maybe you have, I don't know, but that's just kind of how I see. Like, don't see dates as like a waste of time if they're, because I've heard some people tell me like, oh, I won't go on a date with someone unless he's gonna be my husband. It's like, well, I understand that desire, but that's also, and you didn't say anything like that, but it, there's a lot to be said about, getting to know people, and the whole, that's what dating is getting to know people and assessing them, um, to make sure that they're the one for you, um, and finding finding that balance and speaking your voice, um, like weighing your options. She's got the scales here, um, and she's using her mind. She's definitely weighing her options. Um, it's King of Swords reversed. I need a little bit of clarity on here. The one card that kind of confounded me, so Spirit's saying something, I just don't know what they're trying to say, so let's see. King of Swords reversed. Ah, okay. This is very similar to this energy here, this Five of Swords reversed, King of Swords reversed. They're saying that by not putting yourself out there, it's just a repeat of what they're saying, but they're doubling down, like really put yourself out there, because you're selling yourself short by not showing just how amazing you are, what a catch you are. And you said you wanted a baby? Girl, we got the Sun here. This is not only a marriage card, but it's also a baby, child coming into the world. And it's also radiance, clarity, people being truthful, knowing when, like, you'll know and he will know when you've met the right person. You guys will both know. It won't be a question. And I don't believe in love at first sight, and I think that can be a toxic idea too. Like, oh, the first time you meet someone, it's like, okay, I want to be with them for the rest of my life. That can be, I've definitely seen that go in dangerous directions. But if you have that chemistry with someone the first date, that's wonderful. Like, harness that. But slow and steady does win the race. And that's what this Three of Wands reverse is repeating here, is to not, definitely you can expedite things by putting yourself out there for sure, and getting started on the dating game. I call, yeah, it is. I don't like calling it a dating game. I've heard couples say that. It's interesting. Yeah, yeah. I've seen it work for some people. I have, and I've seen it go down crashing in flames for others. But love is just complicated like that. What works for some people. It's hard to put like definitive rules on things. But so what I say to that is, like, if two people do feel like they are the one for each other, and both people are on board and there's no red flags, all love is a gamble, really. When we're dating, we're always taking a gamble with a little bit of sorrow. You have to have thick skin to date. As someone who recently, I hate putting it this way. I was joking with a friend. I was like, yeah, I'm starting to date again, throwing myself out to the lions if I do, which is not a nice way of putting it. But you gotta have thick skin, and it's something that, to not take things too heavily at first, and well, you've dated before, and so I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Oh, Two of Wands reversed. Wow, wow, this is a perfect segue into what we were just talking about. Two of Wands reverse. It's going to be yeah, I think you're gonna know. I think you're gonna know pretty soon, hun. I think both of you are going to know pretty soon, like, that you're the ones for each other. Oh, thank you so much, Veronica. Again, there is going to be a process of dating. I'm not saying that the first person that you're going to go on a date with is going to be the one, but I feel like both of you are going to know. You're both going to know that you really, and you're going to be transparent about it. Both of you will be transparent about it. And that's the thing, is if both people can be transparent about it, I still say wait at least a few months before, like, jumping on board with, like, living with someone or marrying them. But just knowing that, having that feeling, knowing that that's coming towards you is amazing, because it exists. It absolutely does exist. Where people can fall for each other the moment they meet each other. The Aquarius in me is still like, definitely like get to know people. Yeah. With a man I'm not married to. Okay, there. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. So there you go. So that definitely is a good boundary there. Um, would you consider living with someone if you were engaged to them? I know people do that, but it's not what I do. Yeah, absolutely. It's your boundaries. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. I totally get that. Yeah, no, it's your boundaries, and you're sticking by them for sure. Absolutely. Um, yeah, so and that I think that creates a good boundary too, in getting to know this person that you're going to find. You guys are going to find each other. I was going to say that your person is going to find you, but that's not the case. You guys are going to find one another. This gentleman's going to be looking for someone as well, as are you. You guys are going to be in the same boat, and the two of you are going to find each other, and that's the main thing here that Spirit is saying is like, now is the time. Now is the time to put yourself out there. Let the world know, hey, I am Lynn. I am single, and I am looking for true love. So I love that for you, Lynn. I think that is beautiful, and that's just absolutely wonderful. If I had asked that question, gotten that answer, I would be a very happy lady. So I am very glad that I was able to read that for you, because I don't always get to read such lovely things. Sometimes I have to be the bearer of not so fun news, but that was lovely. Thank you so very much, Lynn. I really appreciate you, and I really hope that I brought you some clarity. You're very welcome. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead. We have Phyllis, and then we have Veronica. Phyllis, thank you very much for your donation, love. I think you posted your question already. Is anyone secretly in love with me online? I get the feeling it's more than one person. Let's see. Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, is anyone secretly in love with Phyllis online? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, is anyone secretly in love with Phyllis online? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, is anyone secretly in love with Phyllis online? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, is anyone secretly in love with Phyllis online? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, is anyone secretly in love with Phyllis online? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, is anyone secretly in love with Phyllis online? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, is anyone secretly in love with Phyllis online? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, is anyone secretly in love with Phyllis online? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, is anyone secretly in love with Phyllis online? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, is anyone secretly in love with Phyllis online? Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, King of Wands reversed, Seven of Swords reversed, and the Lovers. Yeah. Yes, there is someone who is, and when I say in love, I mean like they've got a crush on you. To say that someone's like in love, like that to me means that it's like solid like love. But I think I know what you mean. Like someone's definitely watching you from afar and has affections for you 100%. It's Ace of Swords. And I feel like it might not even be so secret with the Seven of Swords reversed. I'm assuming that you have an idea as to who it may be. And I feel like it's definitely someone who knows you. Obviously, I shouldn't say obviously they wouldn't have a crush on someone they don't know, but I guess we can't have crushes on people that we think, like that we see online for sure. Like, oh, look at Phyllis, like she's gorgeous, she's got this full page, she's awesome. But I feel like I feel like you've talked to this person. Yeah, Ace of Swords, you've used your voice with this person. And I feel like the Seven of Swords reversed, they're not doing a great job of hiding it. To the point where they may even vocalize it in the not so distant future. I do question. I like this. I like the Lover's energy here for sure. Yeah, there's definitely crush energy for sure. Someone's got a crush on you, Phyllis, online, and they're not saying it. But I feel like they're gonna say. I feel like they're gonna say it. I think they're like getting to the point where it's just like, why don't I just speak it out? It's King of Wands reversed though. The reason why they're not speaking it out is because they're insecure. And I guess it's intimidating for any of us to be open about or transparent with our feelings, our amorous, romantic feelings for another person, especially early on. But there is definitely an element of, like insecurity, that is preventing them from allowing themselves to be transparent with you about this. But yes, yeah, girl. My answer is yes. Someone is crushing on you from afar. And we don't know how far away they are, unless you have an idea as to who it is. It might not even be that far. What happened with that guy who you were talking to who was suggesting moving out there? Did anything happen with that? Could it possibly be him? Could be he has said he's been interested in you for years. Oh, that's really interesting. As I was reading that, I thought I read the word Leo. But that guy's a Pisces, right? Because the King of Wands is the Leo card. I don't think it's a Leo though. Yeah. Yeah, very well could be him. Well, thank you so much, Phyllis. I really appreciate you, love, and I hope I brought you some clarity there. It's definitely exciting. Veronica, thank you so much for your donation. Okay, so you wanted an in-depth reading. You want to know who did you get a fire? No, I didn't get a sign. I didn't actually get their sign from this. That King of Wands, I don't think is I don't think it was saying that the person was a Leo. I just thought that for half a second because when I was reading what you typed, I accidentally saw the word has as the word Leo. I just misread it. But no, I don't think he's a Leo. I don't get fire sign. I think that King of Wands reversed very clearly to me was someone who is feeling insecure, and hence not um, not expressing their feelings. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. I've seen your lives, but I never get a chance to get a chance for a reading. Oh, well, I'm so happy that you're here, Veronica. Yes, now is your time. So is this your first reading with me? That's so exciting. So for your question, Miss Veronica, so you want to know who your husband is going to be. I cannot answer that because I don't know the people in your life. And it could very well be someone who you haven't even met. I wouldn't be able to give you their name or anything like that, but I can describe them, what they would be like to you. And the other part of that question that I have to ask like differently is I can't ask it as what your future husband is going to be like. This is going to sound really, really negative. Please don't take it that way. It's not. It's just how I have to ask things. Not everybody ends up getting married. Doesn't mean that but it doesn't mean that you're not going to have a long-term relationship. So what I want to see is what your longest term, whether it be marriage, whether you guys have children, you guys may live together and just not get married. I don't, but I want to see what your longest relationship is going to be, whatever that, and so I don't want to put a title on it, just in case there isn't a title. Does that make sense? I just want to, I just want to get a really clear picture of the person who's going to be in your life the longest, the longest relationship for you, like the one. Thank you for understanding, Veronica. All right. And what is your sign, love? Oh, sorry, one sec. I just need to go grab something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, you are a Scorpio sun with Gemini moon and Libra ascendant. Wow. I'm an Aquarius sun with a Gemini moon and a Libra ascendant. That's so funny. So interesting. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please describe Veronica's romantic. What should we refer to him as? Long-term romantic. Let's restart this. Long-term romantic partner. Let's do that. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please describe Veronica's long-term romantic partner. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please describe Veronica's long-term romantic partner. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. Please describe Veronica's future long-term romantic partner. The Tower, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords reversed, the Empress reversed, King of Pentacles reversed, Six of Pentacles, the World reversed, Knight of Cups, the Devil reversed, the Moon reversed, Ten of Cups, Three of Swords reversed, the Sun, and Four of Cups. Okay, let's unpack all of this. All right, so you are a Scorpio. Okay, so you definitely have not met this gentleman yet. And it's interesting. It's actually interesting. Not the last reading I did, but the reading I did before. I don't know if you were listening, but I was talking about the idea, the notion of love at first sight, and how sometimes I feel that can be kind of a toxic concept, but I waver back and forth. There is such a thing. I think that looking for love at first sight is, it doesn't happen to everyone. But so long as, there's definitely cases where, yes, two people meet each other, the first time they meet each other, they just know that there's a chemistry between the two of them and they're going to be in each other's lives for a very long time. And that's not to say, you know, that one should just immediately get married right after that, or like move in with them immediately. It's still important to get to know someone, of course. But this person I believe it's going to be love at first sight. He's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. You guys are both going to hit each other like a ton of bricks. Not negative, you know, not throwing bricks at each other, not actually literally, but hyperbole there. It's going to be like boom, like thunderstruck. Like when you meet each other, you're going to be like, I really think this is the one, and he's going to think the same. However, I'm getting very much, although there's no Aquarius cards here on the table, I'm getting very heavy Aquarius energy from this person. they're going to be kind of coy and aloof at first, and and they might confuse you. Um, like you're gonna know that you really really like them, but you're always gonna be not always not just at first. Like we're talking like the first like month or so, you're going to be wondering where you stand. Like, does he like me? Sometimes he shows me that he likes me. He spends time with me. He talks, we talk all the time, but then like he'll act kind of aloof, or he'll be kind of like just hard to read. This moon reversed card, King of Pentacles reversed. Those are people that are just difficult to read. And not all the time though, but this is to me, this is like how he reacts to having a crush on some, or not. It's not much more than just a crush, girl. But it's starts with a crush, starts with a bam, with being struck by lightning. I also feel like he's not the type to fall easily or often or quickly. So this is going to be very new to him. Um, but the whole confusion, being elusive, being aloof kind of thing is not going to last. It's going to be just the beginning. It's not a fundamental aspect of his personality. It's just how he is going to react to something that's never happened to him before. Um, but it's going to be an absolutely beautiful start of something very, very long lasting with this Ace of Wands, girl. This is the first card in the Minor Arcana. This is not just the beginning of a relationship. I don't know if you want children. I don't know if you want marriage. Or I know you want marriage. I don't know if you want children as well. But it's also, we've also got some child cards here, but it's also a symbol of fertility, of pregnancy. And I know I mentioned that at first you're going to be a little confused by his by his behaviors at first when you first start dating. I'm telling you, it's not going to last long. That confusion, that elusiveness. He's once he like, I think it's going to last maybe 2 months, 3 months, just at the very beginning. And he's not going to hurt you. He's not playing games. He just doesn't, he's not going to know how to handle, doesn't really know how to, mix signals. Cause this is going to be the first time that he's experienced this. And not a lot of people do get to experience this. But you will you will know, like, I'm thinking around about the 3 or 4 month point, maybe even sooner. You will know that this is an equal balance. That's not my first rodeo. Yeah. This is you're definitely going to be cognizant of the fact that after a few months, you'll be fully aware of the fact that the feelings that you have for him are reciprocated fully. Like he fully is going to be into you just as much as you're into him. And then we have this beautiful 10 of Cups card here, girl. Whatever your idea of ultimate contentment and happiness is in love and life, this is it. This is it. If you want children, they're yours. If you just want marriage, it's yours. If you also want some doggos and a cat, it's yours. If you want to live in the city, you can live there. If you want to live out in the country, you can live there. But it's like ask and you shall receive type energy. I absolutely love this. Like whatever your idea of happily ever after is, whatever that vision is for you, that's what's going to manifest. And he's really going to treat you very, very well. He's definitely going to be spoiling you, adoring you, and this is long term. This is not just like, oh, just the beginning, lavender haze, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not just the honeymoon phase. Like he's going to treat you as his like divine queen forever, for as long as you guys are together, which is going to be a long time. With this world reverse card right here in the center, it definitely feels like till death do us part. The ring not closing here, and he's not going to break your heart. There's no heartbreak here. There's going to be ups and downs. of course. It's life, it's love, it's a marriage. I've never seen a marriage not have its share of ups and downs. Um, Never seen that. But you will get through them. You will get through them. And this is a marriage, by the way. Just want to confirm, we have 2 marriage cards here. I'm a little concerned with the Devil reverse because that's also a marriage card, but we'll get to that in a moment. Okay. Yeah, he does have some issues with communication. And you're going to see that from the beginning. Like I said, those mixed signals from the beginning. You're going to know, you'll never be questioning. Yeah, I asked this question because I'm point with someone I thought I could be something, but he's not strong or eager enough to want me. It's his loss, honestly, because I'm not waiting for someone. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, no, if you don't feel this 6 of Pentacles, that's my rule too, girl. It's like if I don't feel this 6 of Pentacles with someone who I'm dating, like, and I don't know how long you've been dating this person, but if I don't feel that reciprocity by the 3-month point, that's when I'm just like, your loss. Like, because yeah, you've got to be, if someone's not eager to want to be near you, to want to be with you, then there's 8.5 billion people out there, and there's more men out there than women. So we have more to choose from. Yeah, no, his loss, I'm sorry about that, love. But it sounds like it's absolutely for the best, because you've got this great guy on the horizon. And he's a real Romeo, this guy, this Knight of Cups. He's very, very romantic, extremely romantic. And when you guys do get into arguments, this guy, we'll call him Bob. I don't know. We'll just give him a name. Let's call him Bob. Hi, Marissa. Yes, you can. Thank you so much. He's going to really, really romance you. And whenever you guys do get into an argument, he's gonna spoil you. He's going to, and it doesn't rectify everything, doesn't make everything okay, but apologies do matter, and I believe his apologies are going to come with gifts a lot of the time. It's more of he's playing mind games and juggling girls. I just getting over it, what could have been. Oh, I'm sorry, love. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been there, and it's not fun. It's just like, yeah, that's 6 of Pentacles reverse. Like, you know what you want. You want marriage. You want stability. You want that comfort. You don't want, yeah, mind games. I hate that shit. I cannot stand that. How is it fun for anyone? I've never understood that. Never understood that. Yeah, I do think you are going to have a child with this future man. I truly believe that. This beautiful sun card. It's interesting. Like I said, I don't know if you were here when I was reading for, someone else earlier, Miss Lynn, but she asked about her just general like future in love, and she got both these cards as well, 10 of Cups and the Sun. Thank you so much, Marissa, for your donation. Let me quickly go ahead and add you here. Yes, no, this guy is going to be a father to your child. This is kind of the Empress reverse, the Devil reverse, and the 4 of Cups. I need some clarity on this. One sec. Yeah, that's what I was hoping this wasn't. Yeah, he can be, I mentioned the gifts and everything, like with this reading I'm asking. Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't read the thing you said. Like, it's the vibe that I know he likes me. like, but he chose another person over me, and I'm not waiting to get chosen. So yeah, I feel like getting out of that rut has helped me move forward. Yes. Yeah. So, oh God, he just, I'm sorry you went through that, girl. I'm sorry. I've been in a similar situation, and it's not fun. But it's good that you got out when you did, because sounds like he was wasting your time and messing with your mind, playing games. F that. As if we don't have enough stuff to deal with in our lives already. Like, the whole game playing thing, I just can't with that. Anyway, I mentioned the gifts thing, how this guy is very, he's going to spoil you. Even here with the Six of Pentacles, oh my gosh, look at the art. Giving gifts. He's a gift giver, which is lovely. I like gifts. I don't know if you like little gifts, but he's a gift giver, but he's also like there's something that he's going to do that's going to be really, really out of line. It's okay, just two options for me: level up or cry about it to me. Yeah, just it's okay, just two options for me: level up or cry about it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah. Um, he's don't let him. He's kind of. There's two things that I'm seeing here. There's something that he's gonna do, and he's gonna try, and it's gonna be very upsetting to you, and he's gonna try and buy you a gift. And at that point, it's gonna be like, the gift's not good enough, man. Like, we need something more. Like you might need to go. Like, you might need to go to counseling or something, because it sounds like this guy is not a bad man at all. Not I would tell you if he was a bad guy. I would tell you if there was like danger. He's not a bad man at all. But he's used to like charming his way out of things, buying his way out of things, and he can't always do that. And furthermore, with that, with what I'm saying here, he's a wealthy man. He's a wealthy guy. Like I said, he's used to just buying his way out of any sticky situation, any kind of situation. Do your very best to not become dependent, reliant on him financially. There's something to be said about being having a providing husband or wife. There's absolutely something to be said about providers. But make sure that you can still hold your own is the message I'm hearing. You don't want to be like, you want to be bound to him in life, in sickness and in health, but you also want to make sure that you still hold your own as well. And this might also be speaking to like when you're like, say you, well, spirit is saying that you're gonna have children with this man. Say you want to be a stay-at-home mom, and you stay home and raise the kid or kids, and then they go off to college, and you're kind of like, well, what do I do now? Like, make sure that and like, just make sure that you have something that you can rely on for yourself financially, is what I'm hearing with this Devil reverse, 4 of Cups. Because he's going to be an excellent provider. He's going to be a really excellent provider. But it's less about money and more about self like not self-actualization, but like your sense of self, retaining that, having, still maintaining your identity beyond him and your family, is just what I'm seeing here. But this looks really promising, love. This looks really good. There's for sure, absolutely, this gentleman is out there for you. And he won't be dragging his feet. Like I said, like, you guys are both going to know from the moment you meet each other. He's not going to tell you for like a few months directly, but you'll know, like, you know, guys, you know, he'll be calling you, he'll be taking you out, he'll be flirting with you. You'll know, but you'll just question, is it as much as I like him? You'll only be questioning that for the very beginning, like the first few months, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, no, damn, this guy really, really, really likes me just as much as I love him, which is absolutely beautiful and very difficult to find. That's honestly, I see that a lot in readings, is an imbalance of affections between people, or actions, or effort, energy. But this is definitely going to be um, an equal balance. I love seeing the Six of Pentacles in any reading. It's one of my favorite cards, but especially in romance readings. It's so important to have that reciprocity in love. So this looks great for you. This honestly looks wonderful for you, Veronica. I'm really glad that we were able to do this reading for you. I'm really sorry about what you went through with that guy. I'm really, really sorry about that. But at the same, just because it hurts, but at the same time, I'm also happy that it ended, because he wasn't going to be the one to provide you with what you need. So onwards and upwards, moving on to the next one, and he's going to be a keeper. And yeah, thank you again, love. Thank you so much. I hope I brought you some illumination there. Marissa, thank you for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy. It's okay. I think me daydreaming makes me happy in a sense that I'm over that person. Yeah, and it's not daydreaming. It's you know, it's realistically looking at the big picture here. You know, you know, we know when people are in it, or if they're not, and I've definitely stayed with certain people even though I knew they were playing games, and um in my past, and it's really good to just know exactly your worth and your value, um and how they should treat you accordingly, and not settling, because you deserve the very best, love. Absolutely. Now, why is my... No, not that. One second. That is so weird. Hi, Marissa. Yes, I have this phase where I got tired of being sad. Yeah, yeah. I hear you. I've definitely been there, Veronica, for sure. It's just like no time for tears over people that aren't worth it. Okay, fix that. Okay, cool. Excuse me. I've been Marissa. Hi, Marissa. I've been sneaking around with this guy Vaughn. I've known him since 2020. Okay. Um, but we reconnected in April, and he is currently in a relationship. Okay. And oh, well, sorry. Continue with your story. I was just gonna ask what your sign is and what his sign is. You're both Geminis. Okay. Wait, when is your birthday? So happy belated or happy early birthday, Marissa? June 5th. Oh, interesting. You're very welcome, love. It was my mom's birthday on Saturday. Gemini season. What is going on between the two of you? Okay. So you reconnected in April. He's currently seeing someone. Excuse me. How often do you guys see each other? And does he like live near you? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What's going on between Marissa and Vaughn? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Marissa and Vaughn? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Marissa and Vaughn? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Marissa and Vaughn? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Marissa and Vaughn? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Marissa and Vaughn? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Marissa and Vaughn? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Marissa and Vaughn? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Marissa and Vaughn? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is going on between Marissa and Vaughn? Ace of Pentacles, Death, Seven of Cups reversed, King of Wands reversed, and the Moon reversed. Okay. So yeah, you guys have definitely rekindled something. I see that with this Ace of Pentacles, and I don't know how long it was between April and the last time, because I know you guys reconnected in April. I don't know how long it was in between that time, but I definitely see that there's a new beginning here. And I don't know if things feel differently for you than they did in the past, but I do see some kind of transition going on between the two of you. It could very well just be the fact that this has started up again. I do see that this is concealed. It is under wraps. It's on the down low. Nobody knows other than you and him and whoever. I don't know if you've told like your friends or family, but like it's very covert. The moon is already a card of things that are being concealed, things that are under the guise of darkness. When it's reversed, it's like doubled down. And it also speaks to, with this Seven of Cups reversed, Seven of Cups reversed is avoiding making romantic decisions. And it sounds like that's a big part of what he's doing. He's not putting... have you guys talked about, like, your guys' future or anything like that? Because it sounds like he's not doing anything. It sounds like he's not doing anything about his current relationship, and he's seeing you. He is seeing you, but it doesn't look or feel like he is like lining up the next, like the steps for what is next to come. You don't talk at all, or like just emotional stuff. You don't talk, or I don't know about emotional, but yeah, like when it comes to the fundamentals of your connection. Yeah, I mean it's men aren't the no emotions. Yeah, it sucks because most men are like that. I've found. If you do want to get an answer out of them, um, or not an answer, but if you do, you know, if you are curious about something that's on an emotional level, they're not going to bring it up. You know, guys don't talk emotions. We do. You know, and it doesn't mean that I don't know if you've ever tried to talk to him about emotional stuff. Um, Maybe you haven't. Maybe he just puts up walls that seem like you can't even break through them. Um, yeah, I don't get and I don't get a whole lot of like emotional depth from this guy. Um, like the only cups that we have here are the Seven of Cups. No, I just don't think he's relationship material. Yeah, I well, no, I don't think he is either. I don't think so either, love. If he's been open with the fact that he's in a relationship, he'd be liable to do that to you too, you know. Um, just trying to figure out what this King of Wands reversed is indicating here. Oh, insecurity. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Um, yeah, yeah. He's got serious control issues. Hi, Gabriella. Welcome. You're just attracted to him for sure, for sure. Um, as he is to you, as he is to you. Um, but he's very manipulative. Things are always on his terms, always and always will be. Um, he can be like bossy and demanding. I don't know if he's ever like that with you. Um, but it could also be in like a more silent way, you know. But basically everything is on his terms. Um, whatever whatever he is, whenever he sees you, whenever it's all on his terms. Um, and to me, that sounds like it comes from like, I mean, I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose anyone, but it sounds like some narcissistic tendencies there, um, stemming from some deeper insecurity, deep set insecurity, um, that compels him to try and control and manipulate his life, and the people around him. And I think he does it, yeah, in like a kind of a like silent way. Um, yeah. So, and you just made another donation. Thank you. Thank you, Marissa. Please go ahead and post your second question. Thank you very much. Marissa, please go ahead and post your second question. Thank you, love. Marissa, are you there, love? How does Vaughn currently feel about me? Not like feelings, but what does he think of me? So do you want me to ask what he thinks about you? Just what he thinks about you and not what he feels about you? I do a spread where I do their thoughts, their feelings, and their intentions towards you. Do you want me to do that? Or just his thoughts? Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Vaughn's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Marissa? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Vaughn's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Marissa? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Vaughn's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Marissa? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Vaughn's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Marissa? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Vaughn's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Marissa? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Vaughn's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Marissa? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Vaughn's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Marissa? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Vaughn's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Marissa? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Vaughn's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Marissa? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are Vaughn's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Marissa? 3 of Cups reversed. Page of Swords reversed. 9 of Swords. 4 of Wands. And Ace of Swords. Whoa. Girl. This guy might be a little deeper than we thought. You might just need to prod. You might need to prod him. Like, I know you guys have never talked emotions before. It doesn't mean he doesn't have them. Because let's go into everything here. We'll starting with your general energies. We have the 3 of Cups reversed. You feel like a third party, because you are. And it doesn't, and you don't like that feeling. I don't. He likes me like that. That you don't talk emotions or feelings. Well, he's definitely got some feelings for you. His general energies, we have the Ace of Swords. He wants this to continue. And remember that Death card? I don't think he likes me like that. I'm starting to wonder, Marissa. I'm starting to wonder if he does. I mean, y'all have known each other for 5 years, girl. That's a long time, and I know he's he's stepping out on his relationship right now. That's Not good. But how long has he been with this girl that he's with? Is this like a new thing or? And it does make me wonder why are they dating and you and him aren't dating? Were you guys like not living near each other or something, or because there's something about holding on to like a new beginning here. And we had that death card in the last reading too, and I said there was something about a new, like a transition. They've been together for 8 months, and you live in the same town. Okay. And I know I asked you this already, but I'm sorry if you typed it and I forgot. But when you guys reconnected in April, how long had it been since you had dated? Hi, Jupiter. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry I got the hiccups. Had a single hiccup. So his thoughts towards you, we have the Page of Swords reversed. I do see, and I totally do hear you, and I see it. Like, yeah, he's a silent Samuel. Like, he doesn't talk much. Before that, it was back in 2021. Okay, 2021. Okay, so they're okay, so like about 3.5 years. Um, okay, about 3.5 years, and I guess my question is, why didn't he choose you to be his girlfriend over this girl? Because I'm seeing, his intentions towards you. We have the Four of Wands. He wants a union with you. That's his intention. It's not even his feeling. That's not his thoughts, but that's his intention. Um, his feelings. We have the Nine of Swords. He feels very, very anxious about this, and thought of you and him brings him a lot of anxiety. And it could be because he's afraid of getting caught, but it could also be because he doesn't say that. Well, he doesn't say a lot of things, it sounds like, girl. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this girl that he's currently with was probably one of those girls, we all know them, who is super assertive and was like, hey, dude, I want you to, why haven't you asked me to be your girlfriend? I want you to be my boyfriend. And he was like, okay. Like, do you know her at all? Because I can't tell you how many times I've seen that happen. Where, and it's happened to me, girl. It's happened to you, girl, okay? And where I know, because I'm not super assertive, okay? Like, and part of it is I do like, to be wooed and romanced, etc. I think a lot of ladies do, right? But there's a lot of ladies who will just grab the bull by the horns and make it theirs, you know? So I'm low-key wondering about that sitch. That's why I was asking you so many questions. Sorry, I know you came here asking me a question. I'm asking you all these questions. But I'm just trying to get to the bottom of things. This I need some clarity on. This Page of Swords reverse. Failure to communicate. Failure, girl. See, I don't know if you can read it. Literally, this is why I keep my book here. Because we'll always be learning. Failure to communicate. Do you see that? He thinks that you guys have a failure to communicate. I think there's something deeper going on. I'm not trying to give you false hope. That is not what I've given you readings in the past, right? Your name looks familiar. I don't give people false hope. I don't bullshit. If I see that he's not into you, I'm gonna tell you. But I'm really wondering. She used to mess up with my baby daddy and she thought she was cute. So she's a troublemaker. Okay. She's made trouble in your life. She might be one of those girls. She very well might have done that. It's just like, hey, dude, why haven't you made me your girlfriend? And he wants to get, he liked her enough to want to continue seeing her. So he was just like, yeah, sure. I can only imagine that was, yeah, I'm like envisioning this scene right now. Like, her just is like, come on, like, be my boyfriend. And him just being like, yeah, okay. Like, and the devil on his shoulder is just like, nah, you don't like her that much, dude. And the angel on his shoulder is just like, well, I don't know if it's an angel or devil, but one of them has got one person saying you don't like her that much, say no. Another one saying, well, if you say no, you're never gonna see her ever again. She'd probably F off and go off to some other guy. Or at least try and retaliate in some way. She sounds spicy, she sounds feisty. I don't call people names, I'm just, describing what I'm hearing. But that sounds like her character. I understand why she tatted his name, because I've been thinking about him since 2020. She's already tatted his name. And they've only been dating for 8 months. That shit crazy. That's crazy. Whoa, that was weird. I could have swore I just saw my cat, and he's not there. That's crazy. Wow, that's a really short amount of time. 8 months? It's like Johnny Depp with his wino tattoo. He got Winona Ryder's tattoo. I don't know if you know the story. You probably do. He got Winona tattooed on his arm. And when they broke up, he just had them erase the end. It just says wino. So, yeah. Wow. Well, I think there's more going on with him. She did within a month of dating him. Wow. That's nuts. That's nuts. She's a character, is all I will say there. That's nuts. Well, I will end your reading unless you have another question, but in conclusion, I think that there's more going on underneath the surface. Yeah, she was claiming him for sure. But the stupid thing is, she's getting his name tatted on her. Did he do this? Did he reciprocate? Fried Jupiter? Like, I think it's just crazy, like, bar none, to tattoo someone's name on your body. Unless it's, like, your mom, sure. She'll always be your mother. But, like I had a friend who had her mom's name tattooed on her arm. But, like, a dude, nah. He's not the type. For sure. I hear you. If you don't feel like that, if you being the one who would potentially date him, if you don't feel like he's relationship material, don't go forward. But I that's all I'm just going to say. I only say what I see, and those cards definitely told a story there, and there's something going on. But thank you very much, Marissa. I appreciate, girl. And Subnala, you will find better. What does Subnala mean? You're very welcome, Marissa. Thank you, love. Thank you. Jupiter, how are you, my friend? Glory to God. Is that in Farsi or Persian? Oh, thank you. I adore you too, love. Yeah, please keep me posted. I am thoroughly, like, interested in what's going to happen here, because I have some familiarity with Geminis for sure. Arabic, okay, legit. Yeah. And you got this. You got this, girl. Hi, Veronica. Yes, you can send a donation, absolutely. Hi, girl, Lorraine. That's crazy. I was just thinking about you. earlier today. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm still on. I always stay on for a minimum of 2 hours, Veronica. And then sometimes I've done like I think the longest live stream I ever did was like 6 hours, 7 hours. I just keep on going until everyone's happy. I There have been times where I've had just too many readings and like my energy was like depleted, but I think that's only happened like once. I'm good with maintaining my energy. All right, Jupiter, my friend. I know you posed your question. I have my first fight in Florida on the 30th of August. At 135 pounds, do I have what it takes to win and pursue my goals of being a UFC fighter slash champion? Will this work out? It's my dream. Guess I've talked to you before. Jupiter, what's your name? Your first name again? I'm so sorry, I'm blanking. Thank you, Veronica. That's very kind of you. It's very thoughtful and considerate. Jupiter, while you're typing your name, unless that's your birth name, I need to go grab something to drink. I'll be right back. All right, and we are back. Kai, and you're a Sagittarius. All right, my friend. Let's see. Do you have what it takes to win? Do you to win and pursue my goals of being a UFC? Will this work out? Okay, so I'm gonna ask if you're gonna win the fight, Kai. In terms of your potential for UFC, that would be a separate question. But I think it also goes hand in hand. If you do win, Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Kai win his fight on 30th of August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Kai win his fight on the 30th of August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Kai win his fight on the 30th of August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Kai win his fight on the 30th of August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Kai win his fight on the 30th of August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Kai win his fight on the 30th of August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Kai win his fight on the 30th of August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Kai win his fight on the 30th of August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Kai win his fight on the 30th of August? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. Will Kai win his fight on the 30th of August? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Veronica, for your donation. Let me add you here. Are you good, Kai? You're back? Alright, cool. 5 of Pentacles. the Hermit reversed, Three of Swords, King of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Wands reversed. At this time right now, Kai, it's not looking great. Do you know who your opponent is going to be in the fight? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't like, I don't like saying never. I really don't. It's especially when it's a possible possibility, it's not completely impossible, but something's telling me that your opponent's going to be bigger. It's not I don't it's it might have to do with he might be just more skilled at this time. With the Hermit reversed. But yeah, it's not going to be a favorable outcome. Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Um, yeah, I feel like he's going to be a big guy. And I'm not saying that you're not. But it's not looking good. Kai, I'm really sorry. Damn, I'm sorry, man. Don't take that as the be all end all. Don't just because some lady on the internet who likes cats like a lot told you that. Don't take it as the be. You can. This is still in your hands with this Knight of Wands reverse. I mean, you can. Of course, you're gonna continue training. Between now and then. Of course. But also, just a reminder, just because if you don't win this fight, if you don't win this fight, it doesn't mean that that you have no potential to get into the UFC and that you shouldn't continue following your dream. I'm remembering correctly, you're very young. You're like 18, if I'm not mistaken. I think you're like one of my youngest clients, and this is the time to chase your dream. And to go for it. I know you're not gonna not fight because I told you this, but just as it stands with the current energies right now, Spirit is saying, I'm seeing a big guy. I keep on getting the sense that it's just a guy who's a lot bigger than you and does have some more experience. But this isn't the only fight. Did you say that this is your first fight too? Especially if this is your first fight, we all have wins and we all have losses. And I'm not trying to belittle it or anything, but, we all have wins and we all have losses in life, and, continue training hard. It's not the be all end all if you don't win this one. Okay. And definitely like don't get discouraged. Please don't get discouraged, love, please. I've read for you before. We asked about the UFC, and your potential in it, and it was favorable. I remember it said that you absolutely have potential, dude. I remember. So that's why I'm saying, just because it's the only thing that's on my mind. I recently became Muslim. Will my dua be answered? I want this more than ever. Oh. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, don't, so I know I've read for you about the UFC and your potential in it, and it was very promising. So that's why I'm just like doubling down on like, even if you don't win this, it's not the be all end all in regards to your career and your dream. Okay. Thank you so much, Kai. I really appreciate you, and I wish you all the very best of luck in this fight, and I wish you even more just like don't give up energy, like keep that motivation, keep that dream alive. Okay. Veronica, thank you very much, Veronica, for your donation, love. Ah, sorry, I'm reading your question. Spicy, I love it. I love spicy readings. You there, Veronica? Just waiting to see. She's here. Hello, Art. Angel, duh. I always have to think for half a second. Who is Arts again? I always think it might be another client of mine. Her name is Anna, because she changed her name. It is Miss Angel. How are you, love? Asking it, wasn't sure if you do spice readings. I know some people don't do them. Yeah, I don't mind doing them at all. I don't get really freaky in my descriptions. Well, I do. Like you'll get some good things. I'll let you get on with the reading. Oh, stick around, girl. This is a fun one. This is a fun one. I don't get like super explicit, but you'll get what I'm saying. Like, and I'm very well versed in astrology and sexuality. Remind me what you're a Scorpio, right? Well, you're a Scorpio. Okay, all right. I'm already getting an idea of certain things. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What? Let's see. How should I? I'll phrase it exactly how you phrased it, Veronica. What sexual energy vibes do I give to men? Damn, I should ask that question. I've never asked that question. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give off to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What sexual vibes does Veronica give to men? 2 of Wands, Page of Wands reversed, 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Look at all these Wands. 3 of Cups reversed, 4 of Pentacles reversed, the Emperor, Queen of Wands. I knew it! I knew the Queen of Wands was going to come out. That's what you want, girl. 6 of Wands reversed. Do you see all these freaking Wands? Ace of Pentacles. You know what a wand looks like, right? Knight of Wands reversed. 2 of Cups reversed. Six of Swords, and 10 of Cups reversed. Damn, girl. If you ain't the Queen of Wands, that's totally what if I had asked that question, that's what I would have wanted to hear. So check out all these wands, all these willies. No, for real. It is not an accident. The wand is the beginning of the minor arcana. It's the beginning. I was telling someone this earlier. It's a signifier of fertility, of pregnancy, beginnings of life. We have the Two of Wands. Starting with the Two of Wands here. Men see you as someone who is very adventurous sexually. Oh, that's what we're talking about. But they like especially when you're in a relationship with a guy, whatever label is on it, but so long as it's intimate. Do I do third party snoop questions? I do. Well, what are you asking? It depends. What are you asking? I typically do. I know there's a couple of readers who don't, but I don't mind usually depending on the question. Yeah, you're adventurous and like especially when you're in like a solid like it doesn't have to have like a label on it. Relationship with a dude. They're usually not afraid to ask or like posit like, hey, would you be interested in trying this? And I'll be honest, girl, and you don't have to answer me, but I feel like dudes have, if they haven't already, they will in the future propose threesomes, possibly more sums, with this being reversed, with this Three of Cups being reversed. But there's definitely a three-party situation, ménage à trois, or quatre, cinq. Like, if they haven't yet, I would expect it in the future. Thank you so much for your donation, Lorraine. Sorry, 1 second. Thank you very much, Lorraine. So that's funny. Nobody asked me that, to be honest. Well, I would expect it in the future. You're very young, and you know your dating life is early on, and it's like I'm an old lady. I like I'm like if a friend of mine like I don't think anyone's ever proposed that to me, but if a friend of mine had told me that they like someone had asked them, it wouldn't like surprise me. I feel like I'm talking especially with this Ace of Pentacles girl. Like this is more to do like with like really like super serious relationships. So this does feel like something that's like definitely within the realm of like stability. Thank you, Lorraine. Do you mind telling me what your third party question is really quick? And that's when guys especially feel like, especially like comfortable, positing certain things with you, sexually. This Page of Wands reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed, and Knight of Wands reversed. Yeah, it's exactly, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I assumed it's because I think goody two shoes. That's why no one asked me. No, Spirit's actually saying the complete opposite, girl. People don't think you're a goody two shoes. It's not that they think you're a goody two shoes. They don't think you're like a bad girl either. I don't know what the opposite of a goody two shoes is, but it's not anything to do with that. Page of Wands reversed is an indicator of you're just a young girl. You're just a young girl. You're in your like mid-20s, right? Early to mid-20s. And you haven't dated like a whole lot of people. It's like these things like like a lot of these things are going to be coming in the future, with, you know, um, as your dating life progresses. Sorry, I keep there keeps on being like, I need to, because I'm looking specifically the sexual definitions of some of these cards that I don't know. One sec. In the reverse form, I can't tell you what they mean sexually. I need an actual, if anyone ever wants to get me a gift, that would be great. I want to get a book on the sexual definitions of the cards specifically. Yeah, this Four of Pentacles reverse is very, actually very similar to this Two of Wands energy. I'm only going to ask what kind of girl is the woman he's with, if that's okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. I don't mind, Lorraine. Thank you. Yeah, Four of Pentacles reversed. It shows a willingness to explore new possibilities, new sexual horizons. But with this Knight of Wands reversed, I'm kind of confused with this. Interesting. Yeah, and it, because Knight of Wands upright is very much, I think, like the masculine sexual counterpart to the Queen of Wands upright. In its reversed form, though, it's often someone who has a difficult time controlling. And I'm not saying this is you. I'm saying this might be how some people perceive you sexually, that you may have like some impulse control. I do have a Scorpio friend who actually, what is it, Shungite that she carries around with her? They carry, I think it's Shungite that they carry around with them, to help control, and or not control, but like kind of like lessen their very very heavy sex drive. Um, Eight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and this Two of Cups reversed. I want to see what this interesting with this Eight of Pentacles here. It's kind of what I thought. Yeah. Okay. Like, I don't do spicy readings too often, so I'm just really hoping my parents aren't watching tonight. This Eight of Pentacles, men think that you are very good. You're good at what you do, when it comes to intimacy and physical exploration. You're skilled, and you're definitely an excellent lover. And with this Emperor card right here in the center, it's like very attract. What men find very very sexy about you is you are a woman who has a sex drive that is more. And I don't. I think men are very misunderstood. Some, not all men, but some men, I think, are misunderstood. They think that women just aren't as like oh no, I'm sorry. I hope your parents don't for real. So I know there's a misconception among some men that women aren't as sexually hungry as men are. I argue it's different for every man, different for every woman, and for most women, a lot of women just hide it or try and conceal it, and it's just part of our culture. It's part of how a lot of us were raised. But you are very much in touch with your, of course you're in touch with your divine feminine. I'm going to get to that in a moment, but you're also very much in touch with your divine masculine energies. You're assertive. I don't like, there is an element of dominance in your sexuality, at least at the beginning. And that's really attractive to men. However, I need some clarity with this Two of Cups reverse. Yeah, and okay, so Two of Cups reverse is often indicative of, yeah, there being some kind of like sub-dom role that is very prevalent in the bedroom. And that's where, and that is kind of a segue here with this masculine and divine masculine, divine feminine energies that you inhabit both of simultaneously. Um, we have 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. We got all these damn wands, girl. Um, yeah, this 3 of Wands upright. Um, again, you're very like even the art. I find that the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands are they're not the same card, but they do have a lot of similar meanings and contexts. And even the art is very similar. They're both holding a wand in their hand, and they're looking out to the possibilities, looking out over the ocean and the mountains at the various possibilities that they can explore. Exploration. Your men find you very sexually comfortable and comfortable with exploring your sexuality, um, and they find that very sexy. They find you extremely sexy. I can't stress this enough. The Queen of Wands was exactly what I wanted to see. Like I think I said earlier, like if I had asked the same question uh, from another tarot reader and I pulled the Queen of Wands, I'd be like, hell yes. Like I am, it is confirmed. Like I am a very sexy lady. I now know, I now have full confidence. Queen of Wands is not just any queen. Like she's the queen of sex. She's holding the wand in her hand, girl. The traditional artwork, she usually has a little white bunny at her feet. In this, she has a little black cat, and she is holding a sunflower, um, harbinger of new life. She is the fertile queen. She is very much in touch with her sexuality, um, very much indeed. Um, and then the Six of Swords is posits a couple of different things here. Again, with the theme of sexual exploration, um, being sexually adventurous. You know, as I mentioned with this 2 of Wands and 3 of Wands, we have the water in the background, the ocean. We have you're navigating waters, okay? I'm adding my own sexual context onto that, okay? Wet, water, yeah. Oh my god, that's funny. I love bunnies. It's like a joke with my family. I love bunnies too. I used to have a bunny. My ex used to have a bunny. He was so cute. Monsieur, what was his name? Monsieur Benoit de la Fontclio. He was so cute. Oh my god. I was thinking about him last night. Bunny, I don't know if you've ever owned a bunny, but they are, you can litter train them, first of all. It's adorable. They're just like hopping cats. Like, they have so much personality. They're the funniest little lovely creatures. At least mine was. Um, so we've got this 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 4, and finally this 4 of Wands here. Um, yeah, there's, it's, things are best in your sex life. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Spirit is saying that things are best in your sex life and men, like, are attracted to you most. Like you radiate sexual energy when you're feeling very comfortable in a connection. And that's when sexuality really and the potential for exploration has the ability to unfurl and present itself. Um, Damn, and then we've got the 6 of Wands. Holy cow. We didn't get the 5 of Wands, but look at all these wands, girl. Good lord. Yeah, Four of Wands, Six of Wands reversed. Interesting. Again, like, you don't have to tell me about your sex life. It's all good. It really, it is. I don't know if certain things are even, like, cool with being typed. I don't know. But, like, for YouTube. But the Six of Wands reversed. Again, I'm getting this, like, dom sub exploration. If you haven't already explored it in your sex life, there is definitely a theme that I'm seeing here of that. Very much so. And then with this Ten of Cups reversed here, yeah, the best, like, and that's another aspect of it too. Like, the best sex that you have in your life occurs when you are in at least a connection that is like consistently communicative. Like, there's really good communication between the two of you. That's when I'm just celibate until I find the person I trust. Okay, right on, girl, right on. So the journey, that's what this is all about then. This is all about the journey, that you are going to embark on when you are ready. And yes, and I would agree with Spirit, not just for you specifically, but I think for a lot of people, I think the best sex is usually experienced when there is um, transparency and really solid communication between both partners. I was going to say we're maybe three partners, according to this Three of Cups reversed. But yeah, no, communication is key for all relationships, whether they be sexual or not. But yeah, girl, you are, in conclusion, you are a siren, my lady. You are a siren, and men definitely love it. And there's a lot to explore too, a lot on the horizon. It's all very exciting. Well, thank you so much, Veronica. That was a really fun reading to do. I don't do spicy readings too often. Um, but yeah, I'm very comfortable with doing them. I have no problem doing them. It was a lot of fun. Now I need to get myself a book to help me understand specifically the sexual definitions of specific cards. You're very welcome. Me too. Me too. All right, Miss Lorraine, what do I need to know about the breakup and separation with Pisces for my 5 card? Okay, let's see. Wait, I was always curious what I give up. Yeah, well, good stuff, girl. That Queen of Wands, good stuff. Lorraine, what? So, I'm curious. I'm just kind of confused as to what I'm asking. What do you need to know about the breakup with? And sorry, what was his name again? Sonel. When did the breakup happen? Did it happen recently, or is there something new that happened or something? Okay. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what does Lorraine need to know about the breakup from Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what does Lorraine need to know about the breakup from Sonel? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what does Lorraine need to know about her breakup from Sonel? Masters, and Spirit Guides, what does Lorraine need to know about her breakup from Sonel? Masters, and Spirit Guides, what does Lorraine need to know about her breakup from Sonel? Masters, and Spirit Guides, what does Lorraine need to know about her breakup from Sonel? Masters, and Spirit Guides, what does Lorraine need to know about her breakup from Sonel? Masters, and Spirit Guides, what does Lorraine need to know about her breakup from Sonel? Masters, and Spirit Guides, what does Lorraine need to know about her breakup from Simone. Most messages and spirit guides, what does Lorraine need to know about her breakup from Simone? King of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles reversed, and the Empress. Okay. Yeah, he left you out in the cold. He left you out in the cold. And it was 8 months ago, but it's still, it was very inconclusive. It was very chaotic. It was, there were so many ways in which he was wildly disrespecting you and manipulating you and, and playing games. This 2 of Pentacles, like juggling. It's like a juggling act. Unfortunately, Spirit does acknowledge that you were very, very physically attracted to one another with this Empress and King of Cups. There was a physical chemistry that is still, that still haunts. It, when people do have sex, there is, I believe, an energetic cord that's created between the 2 people, and that's a big part, I think, of cord cutting. I love how the King of Cups is black and he's black. Yeah, this is, I don't know if he's got glasses. I don't know if he looks like him, but he's got glasses. I think it's a woman, actually. That's a lady. I was just gonna say, I think there's no men in this deck. It's the Modern Witch deck, so all the kings are like very masculine ladies. And he did not put in the work that was necessary. And that's why it had to end. This 8 of Pentacles reversed. He wasn't putting in the work. He wasn't putting in the time and the effort. He was a piece of work. Manipulative, playing games, mind games, and you're just not the one. You're not the one to be played with like that. Like, no. That's, you knew, and you know that you deserve better, and otherwise things wouldn't have ended. It ended because it was broken, and I don't believe he's changed. I don't believe he wants to change. I don't think he sees any error in his own ways. I think he sees very little error in his ways, and that's what's problematic. But that's a big part of cord cut. I don't know if you've done a cord cutting ritual yet with him. But my belief, the reason why those aren't so necessary, yeah, I think it's healthy to do them for people who we might necessarily not have had sex with, but that's a big part of it, is when we do engage in sexual activity with another person, it does create an energetic bond. Who is the woman he's dealing with right now? Okay. And yes, I've tried. I did a Reiki cord cutting session from YouTube, and I felt a pull in my root chakra. Wow. I really need to try Reiki. I really do. So this is a 10 card reading. Okay. Angels, masters, and spirit guides. I can't answer who she is. I don't know. I can't tell what her name is or anything. But I can describe what she's like. Is that what you're looking for? You build chords, and I felt it in my root chakra, like personality type. Yeah. Oh, okay. Personality type. You got it. Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What is the woman who Sonel's dating with, like? Ancient masters and spirit guides. What is the woman who Sonel is dealing with like? Ancient masters and spirit guides, please describe what the woman who Sonel is dealing with now is like. Ancient masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is dealing with like? Ancient masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is dealing with like? Ancient masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is dealing with like? Ancient masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is dealing with like? Ancient masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is dealing with currently like? Ancient masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is currently dealing with like? Ancient masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is currently Masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is currently Masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is currently Masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is with like? Masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who Sonel is currently with like? Masters and spirit guides, what is the woman who is currently with the moon reversed, 8 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Cups, King of Swords reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Wands reversed, 2 of Wands reversed, 7 of Swords, and 5 of Cups. Interesting. I don't know how long they've been dating for. But yeah, with the moon reverse being the first card, I was just like, this girl's gonna be hard to read. She's gonna be hard to read. And I think she is in general quite reserved with her feelings and her thoughts. She keeps a lot to herself. She's not super expressive with him. And I don't even know how official their title is with this Ace of Pentacles, if they even have a title, like boyfriend, girlfriend, or if it's just like a situation at this time. That's what's making me wonder how long this has been going on for. This 8 of Cups makes me feel like she has moved here. She's like a new person to the area, to the city, possibly to the state. And with this 9 of Wands reverse, she's really like non-combative. Like she doesn't like I knowing this guy, I doubt this will last very long at all. She's very non-argumentative, non-combative. She recently got out of something herself with this 4 of Pentacles reversed. And I don't know how they met. kind of feels like, well, it feels like either she wasn't looking for, she could be pregnant, he told me, or he was lying. I wouldn't be surprised if he was lying. Look at all these reversed wands. That doesn't say pregnancy to me. He rebounded in December and we broke it off in October. Wow, all the way back in December. I feel like he's also rebound for her. They're both rebound for one another. She reminds him of someone from his childhood with this Six of Cups. But neither of them are very honest with each other. They both play mind games with each other with this Seven of Swords. So, you know, if she's as messed up as he is, maybe that's what he needs, a messed up person, you know, and they can just mess each other's lives up. Because they play on the same mental battleground, the same mental battleground. And I think that they've already gone through a breakup. This King of Swords reversed and Five of Cups. I think they've been on and off. There have been breakups. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is ridiculous. There have been breakups. They're really unstable. I also think this Eight of Cups is possibly her or him walking away. But whatever he's telling you, girl, we know he ain't telling the truth. It's him. Like, when has he ever been a super forthright and honest guy? Like, I think for the same reason that I think she's unstable, probably for the same reason he is, just because it happens. It's like any other illness. You know, if I were a psychologist, I'd have an easier time explaining it. But from what I've gathered, if we're talking about like narcissistic personality disorder, which I can't diagnose anyone with, but if that's the case, like that's often a sign of like a coping mechanism from childhood. So yeah, it looks and feels and sounds messy to me. But hey, that's the weirdness of humans, I suppose. Ugh, yeah. I don't want to make you die, girl. I'm glad I'm making you laugh. This man made me unstable too mentally. I was so unstable. Yes, I remember, girl. I remember we were doing many a reading for him and about him, and yeah, he was playing so many effing games, and you don't need that. You don't need that all up in your life. Well, thank you so much, Lorraine. I'm so glad that you are out of that connection and set free and are well on your way to fully healing and yeah, good riddance with that guy. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome, girl. You're very welcome. Absolutely, onwards and upwards for sure. All right, I'm going to do a last call for any and all donations tonight. Last call tonight. You feel so gross? Oh my god, what's wrong? I'm sorry, Angel. People like that ruin their own lives, and if she's truly pregnant, good luck or manipulation. Seven of Swords. I don't think she's pregnant. I think he's lying. I think he knows what buttons to press to make me feel like, yeah, precisely. He knows what buttons. He knows what buttons to hit. That's him. You know, he's been doing that for how long? No, not right. Last call, everybody. I didn't know Shungite was for bringing in hypersexuality. My guides kept asking me to get it. I might have it wrong, girl. I might have it wrong. I was actually thinking that because I was looking at my obsidian plate that I have, and I know it's a black stone. It might be obsidian. I don't know if you have any shungite. Shungite's really, really powerful. It's crazy, but it's like super lightweight. I can't describe it. Like, you would think this would be kind of like hefty weight-wise, but it almost feels like it's hollow. But it's just a really lightweight mineral. They said it was for protection from excessive phone usage. I've heard that. I have heard that about shungite. Yeah, people having it near their electronic devices to protect from um, technological stuff. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for any and all donations. Thank you. Hey, Shani, how are you doing, hun? Did you want to get a reading? Because we're doing last call for all donations. Okay, awesome. Legit. You did? Thank you so much. I just received it. Thank you, love. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. How does Kyrie... Do you want me to do thoughts, feelings, and intentions, or do you just want me to ask what he feels about you? And what's his sign? Okay, I'm just gonna ask what his feelings are, because I'm not hearing from you. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, and there might be a lag, Shani. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Kyrie feel about Shani? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Kyrie feel about Shani? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Kyrie feel about Shani? Messengers and spirit guides. How does Kyrie feel about Shani? Messengers and spirit guides. How does Kyrie feel about Shani? Messengers and spirit guides. How does Kyrie feel about Shani? Messengers and spirit guides. How does Kyrie feel about Shani? Messengers and spirit guides. How does Kyrie feel about Shani? Messengers and spirit guides. How does Kyrie feel about Shani? Messengers and spirit guides. How does Kyrie feel about Shani? I've been so much with this boy, I keep forgetting to ask. That's so funny. It's like the first thing I always ask. Page of Pentacles reversed. The Empress. Eight of Cups. Judgment. And Ten of Swords. Wow. Things feel... I was going to say, you're done with him. I was going to say Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords. There's some kind of like, someone's walking away here, that's you, and something's come to an end. Even Judgment too, girl. I think he even realizes that he screwed something up here. That there's consequences to certain actions, and he's having to deal with them. And he's kind of just taking a step back here with this Page of Pentacles reversed. I don't know when the last time you spoke to him was, but I'm assuming that you guys haven't been arguing. Like I'm getting really passive energy from him, but if you want to know just how he feels about you, like conclusively, he does still have feelings for you. I don't know what he did. I don't know what the connection, why it ended. But I know you have your reasons. People don't just end things for no reason, just willy-nilly. You had your reasons, and but he still has feelings for you, and it doesn't validate anything that he may have said or done. But I do see that he does still have affections for you that are of a romantic nature. Yeah, I'm really sorry that you went through that, Shani. But it sounds like I said I'm hearing from spirit you had your reasons. You definitely had your reasons for being done with this. I don't know if you've officially ended things or not, but spirit feels that it would be best if he's feeling like he's not been treating you the way that you should be treated, then you should. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. It's hard to walk away, I know. But you know, you deserve so much better. If he's compelling you to feel that way, you know, you're likely making the right decision. He's just been ignoring me for 3 days. Yeah, that's kind of what I felt. Like this energy, that's not kind of, it's exactly what I felt. You guys aren't arguing about anything. It's just like he's just like stepped. Well, I feel like there was one argument, but since then he's taken a step back energetically, and you deserve better than that, girl. You deserve so much better than that. I'm sorry, hon. Well, thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate you, and I wish you lots of love and light this evening. Yeah, you deserve so much better. No one deserves that. I can't stand just like pulling back like that. It's like, yeah, at least give someone like some kind of closure, some kind of peace of mind. It's just not right. So I'm gonna do one last call, or maybe I don't know if it'll be the last one, but I'm gonna do another last call for any and all donations tonight. If you would like a reading tonight, please let me know, and I can read for you. Yes, I blocked him, told him to never text me again. Sounds like yeah. I normally don't encourage people to block people, but if someone's treating you like that, like, absolutely, just cut it off. Like, he's not being good to you. You have a great night, Miss Jewel. I will see you soon. Thank you for stopping by, love. Thank you, Shani, and you're very welcome. Last call, everybody, for any and all donations. It is. It's totally cruel. Yeah, no, I really am, yeah. Like, I would, like, if I were you, like, not, like, well, if I were in a similar situation, yeah, I'd almost want to just hash it out. Like, let's talk, like, at least so I know, what's up, as opposed to just pulling back. Yeah, that's cruel. That's cruel behavior. It's not right. It's really disrespectful. Last call, everybody, for any and all donations tonight. Thank you. All right, and with that, I'm going to call it a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you all so very much, and I'll see you again soon. I see no reason why I wouldn't be on tomorrow. Oh, I might not be on tomorrow, but I'll do my best.